he's just casually above the docks where the ravens hang out, okay? And so the feat comes to an end. But the passion it left in my heart still burns within me. And my only solace is to wait in the pale moonlight for the cool breeze of the sea to still my heated blood. Sorry to make you wait. Oh shit, it's, Blade Lord or whatever. Perfect timing. You really are perfect punctual, my friend. Oh, isn't his name Low or something? It would not hurt you to learn to be fashionably late, you know? Oh no, it's Lawrence. Wait, no. Oh, this guy is Lawrence. Okay, so I had it mixed up. I thought the yellow-haired guy was Lawrence and the white hair was Low, but they're actually the same person. Okay. Sorry, but punctual is what I am. Now, what is your report? Oh, let us not be boorish and hurry. So, yes. This has been a grand evening. Allow me to savor it a little longer. Really? I'll take that as a report of I really like them then. Like? The lovely princess has stolen even more of my heart. It's a miracle I yet live, I tell you. What's more, I met a rival in the arena of beauty and aesthetics. A rival? Me. I shall be quite busy these next few weeks, I think. Oh, you really are hopeless. You're welcome to pursue your hobbies, but don't let it interfere with the plan. You need not worry on that score, my friend. That note here, take it. Very good. So how did the experiments go? Call it a 90% success rate or so. The hologram projectors can accurately project for many hundreds of cells. The first 2 or so projections were miserable failures, I'm afraid. After the third, however, the device worked flawlessly. So, some cause for concern, but not much. It does function. I'll report to the professor at once. The gospel. Truly, it is far beyond contemporary technology, and I don't simply mean its ability to negate orbments. I know it was made by the 13 factories, but how exactly does it work? Not sure. I'm not privy to the details. According to the professor, these phenomenon are just the tip of a miracle. Oh, so it's the stuff of miracles, is it? Miracles are the providence of she who dwells above alone. What does he mean, I wonder? Regardless, a few more experiments should make that potential of the Gospels clear. But that... Are they being watched? Oh, we've had a number of unexpected actors coming onto the stage at night. How shall this cameo end, I wonder? That's up to how our hidden mouse responds. Indeed. Come now, mouse, cry for us. Wahi. It's a random drunk guy, right? I'm not sure who that little mouse is, but your life is spared, it seems. Thank Idios for your life, rodent. It's probably Josh, right? Oh, there's the ravens. Bring on the beer. Can't drink no more. Damn it, I coulda. It's Josh, right? Oh shit, it's Kevin. Okay, thank you, Idios Saints, and anyone else I'm forgetting for saving your humble servant. Like I need to be told to give praise to the goddess. It was Kevin. What monsters, though? So those are the enforcers of Ouroboros, huh? Kevin! Don't die on me now. The Raging Land. Oh my god. It's been like 5 hours and we're already on chapter 2. This game is speeding by already. Okay, we're off to Zeiss. Anyone have anything else they want to go do before we go? Yeah, I want to turn in my request, that's what. No, not I. Can't think of anything we should be going. I could think of one piece of business. Where did Miss Dorothy go? Yeah, true, where did she go? She's probably going to develop that picture of Bleu Blanc. Bleu Blanc. Such a stupid ass name. She disappeared quite suddenly, and I'm curious as to where she could have gone. I think she went to go see Neil in the hotel. That's a good point. I think we should go say hi and thanks before we leave Rouen. I think so too. We owe Dorothy our lives, really. I want to say goodbye to Matron Teresa and the children before we left as well, but I tried calling them from the guild a minute ago, but I think they're out. They are, huh? I want to say goodbye too. They might be in Minoria Village then. We can always write them a letter from Zeiss. You know, I bet they'd love it, in fact. We can always come back here easily enough if we really had to. That's true, I'll write them then. Hey, we'll write them. I want in too. Well, come, my friends, let us away to the pulsing heart of the orbital revolution and the seat of geniuses. I need to head to the guild first. Let's turn in my stuff quickly. Alright, sweet. And there's a new one. Persons confident in their gambling ability. Okay, so there's a gambling request and... Oh, the ingredients, right. I should probably do that real quick too. What's this frickin' gambling one? Oh my god. It's in the South District, right? If I recall correctly. Wait, no, wrong house. Was it this one? No. It's in the North District, okay. Where was it though? Oh, it's up here, I think. No, here, Laventer, yeah. Alright guys, but we got a gambling quest real quick. Is it you? No? Is it you? Alright, come on. Oh, yeah. Who am I talking? Got it, Jack. It is your win, sir. You fought well, my man, just not well enough to face me. Okay, who am I speaking to? Please inquire with me, Lakeisha. You are not Lokisha. Anything new? No, nothing new, okay. Who is Lakeisha? This is Lakeisha, okay. If we have a moment, you wouldn't happen to be Lakeisha, would you? Yes, I am. Oh, are you the Bracers? Yeah, we saw the posting. Good, you know a little bit about what's going on at least. Are you all set? I'd like to go over the details. Sure. Yeah, of course, it's okay. So, what can we do for you? What I'd like to ask of you is very simple. Do something, anything to make my husband lose at gambling. What? That's your request? Win in a game of chance, is it? Most intriguing. Well, you heard me, right? I don't care what game, just please win against my husband. He's always been the type to get so wrapped up in whatever it is he's doing that he doesn't know when to stop. I mean, really, he just gets a few wins at a casino and suddenly he's convinced he's a pro gambler. And I know that one-track mind of his. If he says he wants to turn pro anything, I say in 1 year and out the other. So I'd like you to nip that in the bud before things go too far. I mean, just give it time then. He's gonna lose eventually, and then when he loses, he'll be like, okay. So I need to dip into my savings, honey. That's when you go for the divorce papers. Uh-huh, I see. Family circumstances, huh? Sounds like things are hard for you. No, I was naive. I should have just refused when he suggested a casino trip. No point in complaining now. Here, let me give you 1,000 Mira as a wager. If you wager this all in one bet, I'm sure my husband will take you up. I sure hope so. Is your husband upstairs at the casino right now? Made himself nice and comfortable up there. Last I saw he was playing cards. Okay. Do me a favor, don't hold back. Anything else I can help you with? Any questions? Okay, we're okay. How do we win the match? I mean, gambling's ultimately luck, isn't it? Yes, but only to a degree. Letting that luck live or killing it takes skill. Whether you can win or not depends on your match. Strategy is the key, or to be more precise. Guess we're in for some fun times. If strategy is what you're worried about, you'll be fine. My husband's a total amateur. He's terrible at lying, even though that crosses his mind is written on his face, plain as day. He's not normally the kind of person well suited for gambling. Oh, really? That makes me feel a little bit more confident. Maybe. Alright, let's do this thing. Knowing the game is important, but having the drive to get in there and win is what really brings it home. I'm in your corner, you guys. Now get up there and knock my husband down a few pegs. Well, we're definitely not playing slots or roulette because that's like pure luck. If anything, it has to be poker or blackjack then. What a charming little casino. Its equipment looks brand new. Was this established recently? In a way, it was just reopened after renovations during the birthday celebration. Hey, now that I think about it, it was being worked on last time. I see. So where's our high-rolling target? Right, his wife said he'd be at the card tables. Pretty sure that'd be him. You mean like the only guy here? Alright, come on, come on. There it is, Jack. Oh, this power of the draw. I feel invincible. It is your win, sir. Now that you fought well, my good man. Okay, I think it's the same dialogue. Yep, he's exactly as she said. It's gotta be him. Let's catch his attention quickly. If we waste time, no doubt he'll get wrapped up in another match. Alright. Okay, hit me again. Eh? Huh? What's up with you guys? We heard you know your way around a card game, mister. So we'd like to challenge you. Challenge me? Alright, I'll bite. Question is, do you have the mirror? I'm not taking any cheap bets. The wager's 1,000. How's that? Now that's a mighty wager. Fearless, aren't you? Fine, I'll take you guys on. So which one of you is going to be my opponent? Or maybe all three of you want to have a piece of the fellow master at the same time. That works too, I'm feeling lucky. Wait, 3? Did they just exclude Olivier? All at once is a bit crazy. We're not playing old maid here. In that case, good customers, how would you like to try a variant of poker? There are rules that allow a match to be settled over several rounds. Sounds like just what we're looking for. I'll say, what are the rules? Both sides choose a lineup of contenders and settle the match over 3 rounds. Each round is normal poker, and the first team to win one match wins. However, your team can only fold 1 time. If one team member folds, the rest have no choice but to challenge. What? 3-round match. Simple, quick, elegant. I like it. Okay, only problem now is that there are 4 of you. It's not like all 4 of us need to play. One of us can sit this one out. That's perfect, actually. If I can, I'd like to be the one that sits out. You sure, Chloe? Students are forbidden to gamble by school rules. I don't want you to think I'm trying to skip on my job, but it is kind of awkward for me. Ah, now I get where you're coming from. Gambling's not exactly a healthy part of your daily balanced school curriculum. Yeah, and we don't want it getting out that the literal princess of liberal is gambling here in Rouen. We can handle it from here, so take a load off. That would not look good on the papers. Neil, don't report that. Sorry for the mix-up. Then there were 3. Well, we're on the road to a climactic 3-round match. Not that it would matter if there were 4 or even 5 matches. I'll win them all. Are you satisfied with the rules as I explained them? Yeah, I'm okay with them. We're fine too. Well then, allow me a few moments to make preparations. During that time, good guest, please decide the order of your matches. Order? Who's gonna go first and stuff? That shouldn't take us too long. Thanks very much. Ready whenever you are. Alright, order time. How do we want to do this? Might I suggest that we pick based on our gambling prowess? Full disclosure, guys, I have like 0 confidence in my card skills. I always lost to Josh. But I bet you're pretty confident, right, Shara? You use cards a lot in fortune telling, so I can picture you knowing a thing or two about gambling. Yes, I know a little. I've also got an ace up my sleeve for the worst case scenario, too. An ace? It's a secret unless we need it. She's got hidden cards. It's like when those people like swap out the mahjong tiles or whatever and be like, bam, Orichi. Then I believe we'll have Shara take up the final step. Should good fortune fail us, we'll certainly be in need for an extra bit of luck. That being said, I prefer to take up the middle. Second match will likely require a great deal of strategy, and I have some confidence in my card game. So you're second, Olivia, and Shara's last, which means I'm first. That should be relatively easy on you. Enjoy your hand without any pressure. So you say, but I'm still feeling it. Alright, we're ready. Poker face is on, comrades. Good luck, you guys. Let's win this thing. Do I actually have to play, or is it just automatic? It's automatic, okay. This marks the first round of 3. Poker rules in this region are as standard. However, there is hierarchy among suits. Strongest is spade, followed by hearts, diamonds, and finally clubs. Wait, what? I thought diamonds was the lowest suit. I know spade is the strongest. Huh. Maybe the rules are different, or I'm misremembering, yeah. I'll now begin dealing your cards. Okay, this is pretty good. Yeah, I got a pair already. Heh, not bad. I could go for a flush, but that's kind of risky. Huh, my lucky streak strikes again, my first round, and I've already got a great hand. Man, I've got this in the bag. You must have an impressive hand. If that truly were the case, I can assure you that he'd be much quieter about it. Remember, you can't challenge an opponent who chooses to fold. Here's hoping our girl recognizes that. Okay, I need to think really hard about this. Should I swap out for a shot of a big hand or keep an easy one? Aim for the heart flush, baby. Still the first match. They say you should go for a sure thing, right? Ah, whatever. Gonna aim big. Would you like to change cards? Yeah. Sir? I'll change 3. Come on. Oh man, I'm so close. Okay. Can I hit again? But close doesn't make it here. I got no hand. Fuck. Estelle, anyone can see what you're thinking right about now. She wears her heart so plainly that I can almost see her hand as if it were my own. I heard she was bad at this, but I think even that's generous. Abysmal is more like it. I can't imagine Josh ever losing a single hand to her unless he did it on purpose. Fell right into my hand while I was waiting. Come, good challenger, come at me anytime. Leo's behavior is no surprise. I wonder how confident he really is. Shoot, I've got no hand. Even if I do challenge, I'm toast if he takes me up on it. Should I fold or challenge him head on? Challenge. Fold and admit I lose? I couldn't do that for anything. That's right. Of course I am, duh. Are you sure? You don't look all that happy. Did you really get something? Stop yapping and bring it on. What will you do, sir? What to do? I could win with this hand if I challenge. Alright, I'll challenge. Crap, he took me up on it. If you would please show your cards. Don't have a hand. He only has a pair. Oh, he only had a pair too. Sir, you are the victor. All agreed upon in advance. This ends the match. Guys, don't judge me. We lost. Well, that was quick. My Estelle, even the way you lose is astoundingly spirited. What? Hey, once more, please. I'm begging you. One more go. You idiot. This is embarrassing. Catch her and then we can get out of here. I failed the quest? Oh my god. And that's what happened. Our best efforts fell flat and we lost. Really sorry. Sorry, there's really no room for an excuse. This is totally due to our inability. I see, so my plan backfired. I suppose there's nothing that could be done at this point. Gambling's a game of luck, and our luck went sour. You realize, though, that I was expecting a little more than luck from bracers. Sorry. I agreed that our aid was less than desirable. There's no greater pain to a man's heart than disappointing a woman of your caliber. Be that as it may, I wouldn't worry about your husband. Oh, why? Hey, Olivier. Come on, let's hear what he has to say. Okay. Pardon me for spilling a few trade secrets, but most casinos have a person who is their ace in the hole, so to speak. Someone who normally doesn't work in the shop, but the house's strongest dealer. If I were to venture and educate a guess, I don't believe this establishment has played their ace yet. So you're saying that person is up next? Yes, we've lost, so I suspect they'll be making an appearance soon. An ace in the hole, huh? I hope you're right. What do you think? Can I really trust what he said? I don't know. I think you'll have to judge for yourself how trustworthy that is. I'll have to come down eventually. Till then, I'll be waiting right here. I'll have to prepare for the worst case things don't turn out like you said. Well then, we'll take our leave. We're really sorry for today. I believe you did the best you could. If anything comes up again, I'm sure I can still count on you to take on the job. Yeah, ask us anytime. Damn, I didn't know you could fail a quest. What does it look like in the journal? Lost instantly. This is lost instantly on round 1. Oh my god, nice. Pretty cool. Alright. Well, I'm not going to redo it just because, like I said, I like my first playthroughs to be as organic as possible. So, we'll leave it as it is. And we got to see some cool dialogue too because of that. So, let's quickly return to Minoria Village so I can turn in those ingredients. Do I have to head that way already? I'm headed to Zeiss, right? How do I open the world map again? I don't know the hotkey for it, but Zeiss. No, it's on the other side of the other border, not the one towards the orphanage. So let's go to the... What did Dorothy say she was at? I need to head to... Oh, actually, it's just telling me I can head to Zeiss right now, but I want to find Dorothy. She's at the Orbital Factory, maybe? No, but... And I already slotted and upgraded everybody. Any new quartz? No new quartz, okay. Where did she say she was again? Dorothy was somewhere, right? In the hotel. I'm not sure which room she was in, though. That gambling side story, like, took my perspective out. There they are, okay. She's sleeping. Hello. No, you guys. I heard from Dorothy that you guys solved our little ghost problem. Yeah, we did, but is Dorothy okay? She was yammering on drowsily about what happened. When she was finished, she conked right out, so I have to put her to bed. I'm afraid we did drag her along with us in the dead of night. Not only that, but we owe her our lives. She earned a bit of a rest. A real reporter can go a good week without sleep when he's got a scoop. No. You go a week without sleeping? That would give anybody a heart attack. Oh yeah, some of the stuff she was talking about sounded wild. She didn't really explain it all. Mind if I ask you guys a few questions? Sure, go ahead. Estelle gave Neil an outline of their encounters with Bleu Blanc and answered his questions. Alright, I think I get it now. Son of a Phantom Thief B himself isn't liberal and he's one of those Ouroboros people. Kinda wish I hadn't heard that. What? Neil, you know about that masked weirdo? Oh yeah, he's a famous thief who's caused a stir in every major city of the continent. If he wants something, he'll get it, and he's always stealing things with a big old show. For a phantom, he's got a love of drama, that's for sure. Certainly matches the man we met beneath the schoolhouse, yes. He even admitted he's Phantom Thief B from those cards, so... Like I said, though, thievery is one thing, but he's also a lackey of that society. Wouldn't think Ouroboros would have use for someone like him, but at the same time, if they do, it's terrifying. Neil, I'm curious, do you intend to write an article about what happened? Nah, the Guild and the Royal Army asked me not to report anything to do with that society. I'll probably end up writing about someone's ill-intended crime of pleasure or something. With the coup d'etat foiled, the kingdom is beginning to settle. I do see the wisdom in this. There is little sense in terrifying the populace with news of a dangerous secret society just yet. Yeah, I ain't happy about it as a reporter, but I guess I see where the government's coming from. Still, if anything else happens, tell me about it, yeah? Of course. Anyways, we're off to Zeiss. Alright. Still got a draft I need to write up, so I can't see you off, but... Want me to wake Dorothy up? No, it's okay. She's fast asleep and I'd hate to disrupt her. Give her our best when she wakes up, okay? Will do. Be careful, guys. I can't wake her up myself. So cute. Nice. Alright, well that takes care of that business. Hey, you guys! Who? Who is this? Your bracers, right? Yeah, something wrong? You look kind of frazzled. There's something I'd like you to investigate urgently. Can you come right now? Okay. Thanks, I owe you. So what should we do? Head to Norman's election office. It's on the top floor of the hotel. Here, I'll show you the way. Why are you telling me where to go if you're going to show me the way? I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Hurry up and let me go home. I got work to do. Now, calm down. Just bear with us until the braces arrive. Once their investigation is done, you can leave. Speak of the devil. See? Here they are. Hey, guys. That sure was fast, Harry-o. Yeah, I lucked out and ran into some bracers right away. This is Norman. I'm sure you've seen him on posters around the city. Oh, one of the guys running for mayor, I think. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. I'm Shara. Let's get to it. What's happened? One of our campaigners, Dells, was injured by someone. In other words, it's an assault case. An assault? That's never a nice thing to hear. Is the victim okay? Yes, he's right here. He was unconscious for a bit, but it was thankfully nothing serious. Good to hear. There's nothing good about it. The back of my head still hurts like you wouldn't believe it. The back of your head, huh? Were you attacked from behind? Yes, ma'am. Right out of the blue, too. I was taking a breather on the balcony and all of a sudden from behind, thud. How vicious. Sounds nasty. Well, when did the incident occur? Give us any info that happened before and after. Sure, it happened today just after lunch. Norman and I were checking out a potential location for a speech by the bridge. Cooper here had just turned up there too. When I talked to him, he said he had some important business with Norman. What kind of business? Portos told me to come apologize for that mess on the bridge. It's not like it's all my fault, but I did sort of make it worse. I see, so you came to say I'm sorry for the scuffle. Yes, but Norman was still very busy at the time. We asked Cooper to wait in the office area. That's where I showed up to his room. Oh, showed him to his room. I returned to the hotel not too long afterwards. I entered the room with Harrio, who had been waiting outside the office. Okay. There was Dales unconscious on the balcony, and Cooper was right there, standing over him. Okay, so they think that he knocked him unconscious because he was the only one that was in between the rooms. Meanwhile, Norman and Harrio here, they were outside the office, so the only person who could have done it could have been Cooper. Okay. He was already out cold when I reached the balcony. I understand what Cooper is saying, but it's only natural to suspect him given the circumstances. There's no one in the room except Cooper and Dells. Is that true? After I brought Cooper, I was on watch outside the door. No one entered until Norman got there. No matter how you look at it, it means these two were alone. You're absolutely positive. Yeah, it's true, but it's like I said. When I went out to the balcony, Dells was already on the ground. So let me get this straight. The crime was already committed by the time you came in, is that right? Yeah, exactly, and thank Ideos, finally there's someone who gets it. In that case, there'd have to be someone who entered the room before Cooper. Right, and after Norman left the room. Dells, do you remember anything? Well, it's possible that someone came in. People go in and out of this office all the time, though. Even if someone had, I wouldn't have thought much of it. Fair enough, it's an election office, so that makes sense. At least we have a good idea of what's going on. The culprit behind the attack must be one of two people. Cooper or someone who came before him in this room. Should be able to narrow it down if we get enough proof. I think we ought to start questioning. If there's nothing else to be gleaned here, yes. If you gentlemen can think of anything else, please tell me now. Even if it seems trivial or unimportant. Alright. Then I have one more thing I'd like to add. There was something that occurred to me as I was looking through the room after the incident. Were there signs that had been rummaged around in? Not at all, just the opposite in fact. It actually felt like it was cleaner than before. Is this a serial cleaner on the loose? One way to interpret it would be a disguise to hide the fact that the room has been searched. Of course, it appears they went too far, inadvertently arousing suspicion in the process. It's not a bad train of thought. Incidentally, who are you? I was waiting for that question. I am a traveling bard, a poetic soul wandering the wilds, a genuine Sure, but if nothing has been stolen, then there is an idea that it's a disguise. Pretty weak, right? At this stage, I don't think there's any point in worrying about the motive. I agree. You've grown even bolder since our last rendezvous, Estelle. Your training at Lalacal was most fruitful. You're simply stunning. Olivier. Just ignore him. Now, if there's nothing else here, you can tell us. We should get to questioning. Certainly. You've begun to master how to handle Olivier, it seems. Good luck with the investigation. We'll come report once we have an answer. Good, we're counting on you to get to the bottom of this. Alright. Time for some Danganronpa. Now, how should we go about it? I mean, this hotel is pretty big. It's best if we split into two. Estelle, go with Her Highness. I'll go with Olivier. Can we not call her Her Highness in front of randos? We're lucky to have them as assistants, so let's make good use of them. Good point. Ready to kick some investigation butt, Chloe? Of course. Assisting companions is only natural for a hunter of love. You don't miss a beat, do you? Alright, our first order of business is to gather info on the suspect. If you go around asking about Cooper, something should turn up. Should you get a cleaner picture of the criminal, come back here. Okay, so once we found the criminal, go report to you. No problem. Let's go see what we can find out. Alright. Can I investigate the room? Cooper's face went white as a sheet the moment he saw us. He was surely dismayed at having been witness of the crime scene. Well, I'm pretty sure anyone would fucking be dismayed. Can I see the spot where he was hit? No, okay, there's no clues to investigate out here. Cooper was standing next to Dells, who was lying on the ground. He looked at me and seemed very surprised. Wasn't exactly excited or worked up, but he did appear tremendously shocked. And I'll say it as many times as you like, I only found Dells. If we'd been fighting someone, someone would have heard a sound, but no one said anything, did they? Of course they didn't, because I was politely seated on the sofa. Very fair. Especially since it was a thud sound, right? I lost consciousness immediately, so I didn't see who hit me. Even catching a glance would have been better than nothing at all. Sound. A sound, you say? That would probably be the sound of me getting hit. Heard a hell of a bang in my head, that's for sure. Okay. Give up. Did you find a clue? If you did, then try pursuing that. Sound. If I fought with Dell, someone would have heard something, okay? My graceful conversational skills finally have their time in the spotlight. Oh, shut the fuck up, Olivier. Doesn't even offer any clues either. Mr. Cooper is a guest who comes here on very rare occasions. Mostly we have his patronage for work-related gatherings, okay? A sound, you say? Unfortunately, I heard no such thing, okay? Thanks, bunches. When Cooper came to the hotel, I was in the lobby. He looked angry, I guess. Thought something might happen, and then I thought something happened. Okay. A sound. Didn't hear a sound, okay? He looked pissed off to me, but it was right after the big mess on the bridge. It's only natural he'd be angry. Dorothy, did you hear any sounds? Neil? Haven't you left yet? Actually, there's a case suddenly popped up. Huh? What do you mean? Well, Estelle explained the assault case to Neil. I see. You don't seem too interested. I doubt it's big enough to make an article out of. Oh, just in case, once you solve it, tell me what you got. Yeah, we'll do. That's pretty cool. I'll talk to Neil about it. What about the boat guy out here? Yeah, I know him. He's that young fellow working at the harbor. Like everyone else these days, he's been involved with the election. Oh, a sound, Thinking about it, I did hear a loud noise from above. Above? You mean the balcony? Probably around there, yeah? It was an impressive sound, like something had run into something else with a smack. Can't recall exactly what I heard, though. It's too bad. This is all good stuff to know. Thanks, sir. Okay, so he probably ran into like a pole or whatever. Oh, is Cooper that angry? Well, youngsters get worked up so easily these days. Okay, got a bit of a hint. There's nobody in this room. Alright, we're done here. I think that's everything. I can't leave the hotel, right? Okay, yeah. Can't leave. So we got sound. Okay, so he was on the balcony, right? What the fuck did he run into then? He run into the pond or something? Okay. Doesn't seem to be any hazards out here. Anger. Was Cooper angry? It didn't really look that way, but... he didn't seem particularly angry when I met him in the bridge. Perhaps something happened when he was being led to the hotel. I was angry? That's crazy. If you're going to say that, Hirio's attitude's going to be way worse than mine, I think. When we saw him, he made this really nasty face. Try asking around about Hirio, I bet you'll turn up some dirt. Him and Dells are rivals, competing to be the number 2 in Norman's camp. I'm sure they couldn't come up to terms and ended up in a tussle. Interesting. Okay, new hint. There's no way Hirio did it. I testified to it myself. There's no bad blood between us whatsoever. We even worked together. Sorry, I got excited. I made my head hurt. Had an unpleasant expression, you say? Well, of course, after a fuss like that, who wouldn't? What does this have to do with the case? It's unbelievable that you would suspect Hirio. In the first place, you're suggesting that he would hurt his co-worker. And what could possibly motivate him to do such a thing? Okay. Well, but back down, I guess. We got another hint, right? You doubt even Hirio? He isn't the kind of person to resort to violence. He's the most loyal man. He would never commit such a criminal act. He did come to me as well, so it could have been a setup. Oh, what's going on, guys? Are you done questioning in the office? Yeah, we're done here. How about you? It's going okay, I guess. Still checking out stuff. Keep it up and don't get careless. Leave it to me. I guess they're talking to the master. So you're checking out Hirio. He did kind of look unhappy when he got back to the hotel. It's probably because he was with Cooper, though. Okay, and they don't like each other. Hirio's the young merchant fella, yeah? He wants to be a merchant. I think he needs to have a bit more oomph to him, you hear me? He's got gullible written all over him. Look at people ripping him off at every turn if he doesn't shape up. Okay. Neil, anything? Sorry, I might need to focus on the draft for my article. Deadline's coming up. Okay, nothing else down here. The people at the front are acting most peculiarly. If you push them without questions, you might uncover something. Let's head back up then. Hmm. Need to find another hint somewhere. No new dialogue, though. I am missing something. Maybe outside now I can find a hint? I see a fishing spot, though. What does my journal say? Does Harrio have a motive too? Apparently Murray heard a large sound from the balcony. Large sound. Some trustworthy testimonies. I wish there was actually stuff I could investigate on the balcony. That'd be nice. Okay. Did I talk to you about the sounds? No. So, nobody inside the hotel heard the sounds. But if that's the case, then maybe the sound... Maybe there's something to investigate out here? Anger? No, I already talked about that too. Oops, what am I missing then? Report or give up? I don't want to give up. I want to report, but I don't know who to accuse because I don't have enough evidence yet. Okay, he was on the sofa. He fought with Dell. Someone had heard something. We actually have someone who testified to hearing a loud sound. He apparently heard the sound of something colliding with something else from that area around the balcony area. Do you have any idea what it could have been? Something colliding with someone else. Didn't hear any sound like that. Okay, he didn't hear that. Try asking Dells? Probably me getting hit by something. Heard a loud bang in my... Okay, nope. Well, yes, Cooper's right. I was standing in front of the door, but it was quiet the whole time in the room. If there had been some kind of argument, I'm sure I would have noticed. But there's someone who testified to hearing a big sound. He said it sounded like something smacking into something else on the balcony. Well, I didn't hear it. Can't say for sure that I didn't hear anything for the like while I was here. Okay. He was in the... Okay, he was on the balcony that time. Okay. The fuck? What did he run into then, or what hit him? At this point, Hirio is automatically very suspicious. I already talked to them about the sounds. Okay, nothing new here. Nope. No anger. Cooper. And Hirio. No, okay. Because even Cooper himself didn't hear the sound either. Well, I guess it's back down to the dock guy. I'm not getting any more hints. He says he's... Oh, there's a bucket out here. You get hit by the bucket? I don't know. Just grasping for straws here. So you're checking out Hirio. Nope, same old sounds. He didn't hear anything. This guy's useless. No more dialogue for this guy, okay. What am I missing? What's on your mind? If you're hiding something, you should just come out and say it. Trying to hide things will only lead to bigger trouble. I'm sorry. You like talking? Yes, actually. I saw him. I saw Hirio on the second floor. And when was that? Right after lunch. Hirio went out with Norman, but... Shortly after that, Hirio came back and ran up to the second floor. It's kind of important to know. Estelle, I want you to pursue this lead. We'll look around here for a bit longer. Got it. Lunch was ordered from the Levantar. Everyone had their lunches when they saw fit. He remains silent on something he should have mentioned. I'm certain Harrio could not be the criminal. Okay. Couldn't imagine him committing any such crime. We confront Harrio about this? After lunch, Norman went to have a look at the site where he was going to give a speech. I had some stuff I had to do, so I met up with him later. The rest is as I explained before. But Harry, you went to the second floor, didn't you? Excuse me? There's no point in hiding it. We have witnesses. I'm not hiding anything. I just realized I forgot something. I went back to the office to pick it up. Was there anyone in the office at the time? Dells was there doing work. I didn't see anyone else. Great, that's plenty, thanks. Don't misunderstand, please. I wasn't trying to hide that I'd gone to the second floor. Don't worry, we haven't decided you're the criminal or anything. Just don't forget that this kind of thing only makes you look worse. Look forward to your future assistance, sir. Oh my god, Estelle. So professional. My girl. Yes, we ordered food from the Levantar. Man, it was so good, okay? We ordered lunch. I don't want any campaigners getting sick of eating the same food again and again, so I thought we'd try something different. It's nice of you to do that. That's as much a part of politics as the campaign itself. Indeed it is. I'll admit my nerves have been on edge for some time now. It hasn't been easy to keep my eyes on everything day in and day out. Sorry to hear that. Yikes, does sound pretty rough. Putting that aside, sir, what'd you do after lunch? After lunch, Harry and I immediately went to examine the place my speech is to be held at. He had some other business to attend to first and met up with me at the site. So you left right after lunch and met up with Harry outside. Alright, that's all I need to hear. Happy to have helped. Keep up the good work, you two. Nice. Because his testimony fits the administrator at the bottom. Lunch. So they ordered from the Levantar. Sure, it's nice to be able to try asking Portos if we can do something like that. Okay. That takes care of that testimony. Let's see if he knows anything about the lunch. Yeah, we had paella for lunch. I ate my own in the lobby. It's kind of suffocating to eat in the same room as my dad. Still, you know what? My dad's pretty unfair. He feeds us normal, boring stuff and gets a special paella just for himself. Is that so? Was that different? Yeah, it was way better. The special ones got like a mountain of shrimp. He didn't have much of an appetite, though. He left a lot behind. What a waste. It was the shrimp all along. They committed the crime. About lunch? I went to eat the Levantar today. Always been in the habit of going out to lunch as soon as I hear the bell toll. Okay, the bell toll. The bell on the Langland Bridge. Remember, it rang when the bridge went up. Oh yeah. Yeah, it did ring. It always rings at a certain time. See, I use it in place of a clock. That's sure convenient. Kind of big to use in a place of a clock, though. Hey, Estelle, might be good to ask some people about the bell toll. Well, why? They should be able to clearly remember the sound of a bell ringing. Might act as a guidepost for their memory, like with Mr. Murray. I get it. Nice, Chloe. Very intellectual advice. You flatter me. Not sure what you two are giggling about, but glad I was able to help. You sure were? Okay, let's go ask around. Right. Bell toll. Come on, why would I lie about something like that? I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. Okay, I'm not saying you lied, brother. Unless you're hiding something. The noon bridge bell. At the time I was preparing the guest rooms. Once that was finished, I organized the utensils. Someone had cleaned the plates in the office, so I was able to finish work quickly. The office plates were cleaned. So that means there was someone who went into the office after lunch. Indeed. While I was prepping the guest rooms, they cleaned up, it seems. The plates were stacked at the front. Right. Okay. That corroborates Norman's testimony too, where he said that the room was cleaner than usual. Of course, exactly which kind of guest it was, I couldn't say, unfortunately. Too bad. Guess we'll have to ask around ourselves. Okay. Time to talk about why the plates were cleaned. When the bridge bell rang, it went off when Harrio and I were checking out the speech site together. Harrio was there too. Okay, because the crime was already committed after that. Just as the bell was ringing, Cooper showed up, and I then asked if Harrio to show him to the hotel. Okay. That's when the crime was already committed back then. Who could have done it? All I know is that they were cleaned while I was away, so you don't know either. Afraid not. Don't know who it was, but I worry that I may have left them a terrible impression. Pardon? What do you mean? Well, in truth, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. Okay. Left quite a lot of my paella I got for lunch uneaten. I request that Ernest get me one of those special paellas in secret, yet left it virtually untouched. It's embarrassing to think back on how wasteful that was. I see. It must be really stressful to be running an election. I heard the bell toll, yes. I think it was when I was meeting with Norman on by the bridge. And Cooper showed up and I showed him the way to it. Okay. Who cleaned up? No idea. Someone must have done it while I was out. Were the plates and such clean by the time you got back to the office? I don't know. Wasn't paying attention, so I can't say for sure. The sound of the bridge bell. Now that you mention it, I do think I heard he heard it before he got hit. Okay. Huh. It feels like a wreck right now. Nothing too that kind of conflicts, because if he heard the bell, that means that Harrio was at the bridge with Norman, because that's where they were at, checking out the site. So he couldn't have gotten hit then. Unless it's a false testimony. Now that you mention it, who did clean up? Sorry, I don't remember. But you were in the office, weren't you? You normally notice if someone came to clean. No, you're right, I would. Even I think it's odd. Oh, are these two Are these two in on it together? They might be. The bridge toll. Yeah, I was running across the bridge in a real hurry. I met Norman right about the same time by the bridge. Okay. Look for the person who cleaned up the plates. Look, who cares? Just hurry up and prove me innocent. Bitch. If you don't give me proper testimonies, you're about to land yourself in jail, okay? It's not me who has to walk away with it. All I lose is a couple BP, okay? And trust me, I can easily get that BP back in Zeiss. Okay, so we don't know who cleaned up. Go over everything again. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm pretty much doing too. Lunch. Harrio. Anger. Sound. Cooper. Okay. You are useless to me, Ernest. Now we go over this again. Wait, cleaning up? Who cleaned up the dishes? I don't know. I wouldn't go through that much trouble. I'm killing time in the hotel basement after lunch. The bell rang. Lunch. First floor. Okay. Wait, okay, he feeds us boring food. What's with that weird face? Did I see something weird? No, it's just... Hey, Belden. You said you ate lunch on the first floor, right? The basement. Yeah, that's right. What about it? Norman ate on the second floor. How did you know what Norman ate when you were on the first floor? Oh, that... I saw it afterwards. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, actually, I heard from somewhere else. I don't remember who said it, though. Maybe you should investigate that next. That's so obviously suspicious. Okay. So you're checking out Harrio. Anything else? Oh my god, everybody here is a terrible, terrible fucking liar. Alright. Let's see if someone cleaned up the plates for Ernest. That's a rare thing to find someone so considerate for others, okay? You remember something? No, you asked about it a second ago, didn't you? That big sound. The sound like something smacking into something, right? Yeah, that thing. Well, I remember something now. The sound happened as if it were timed to the bell, at least to my ears. Timed to the bell? So basically you heard the sound of the bell at roughly the same time as the big sound. If you want to make it sound all boring, yeah? If that sound was something caused by the criminal, then someone without an alibi when the bell rang. Someone without an alibi when the bell rang is the criminal. Which means it has to be someone who didn't hear the bell? Or who said they didn't hear the bell then? We should check out people we suspect. Okay. Well, this guy didn't fucking hear the bell. It's probably him. Why should I... He said he didn't hear it, so yeah. I don't even know who to believe anymore, too, because, like, we're supposed to take all this information as fact, right? Okay, did you hear the bell? I don't think so. Olivier, you have anything to say? I'm afraid my power is ebbing. I was raised in the city, so I fear I'm dreadful at standing around. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Everything was cleaned, yes. But the bell. When did the bell... It went off when Harry and I were checking out the speech site together. Harry was there too. He was already there. Just as the bell was ringing, Cooper showed up. I then asked Harry to show him to the hotel. I see, then it's sure. So then Estelle, there's no connection between the sound Murray heard and Harrio. Not just Harrio, but Cooper seems to be in the clear too. The sound Murray heard was just... Yeah, it's the fucking guy in the basement, that's why. It's Bellman. The sound Murray heard was just after the bell finished ringing. Both men can prove they were with Norman at the time. In other words, whoever made that sound was neither Harrio nor Cooper. That virtually eliminates any chance of them being the criminal. Yeah, which means it's Bellman. I heard the bell toll, yes. Yes, yes. That matches Norman's testimony at least. Sound of the bridge bell. Now that you mention it, I do think I heard that before I got hit. I'm sorry, my head feels like a wreck right now. Okay, he doesn't remember. The bridge toll. Yeah, I was running across the bridge in a real hurry. I met Norman right around the same time by the bridge. I see. That does match Norman's testimony. Okay, cool. The killer is you. Bellman, why'd you do it? How do I accuse? Can I accuse someone? Cleaning up? Wait, it could be Ernest too. When the new bell rang, I was tidying the utensils. Lunch was ordered. Okay, I think I have everything I need to solve this case. Belden's who cleaned up the office. Belden answers about the special payload are full of holes. Who cleaned up the office? Norman's testimonies confirmed the alibis. The big sound happened after the same time as the bell. Right. I think I went over everything. I'm just gonna check one more time, just in case. I was standing in front of the door, but it was quiet the whole time in the room. If there'd been some kind of argument, I'm sure I would have noticed. But there's someone who testified to hearing a big sound. And he didn't hear the sound. Okay. I think the one thing I don't know is why did Harrio come to this? Why was he rushing to the second floor? Doesn't make any sense. Why was he running to the second floor? Like, who cleaned the goddamn plates? I don't fucking know who cleaned the goddamn plates. Okay. I request that Ernest get me one of those special payloads in secret. That's information. Ernest, why did you get the special lunch? Anger? No. Okay, it's either Ernest or it's Belmont here, because both of them gave me false testimonies. I think I'm ready to report, though. I'm gonna save the game real quick, and then I'm gonna try giving this a shot, because I don't want to mess this one up. The gambling one was fine, because, like, it was kind of just on autopilot, but this one I actually put effort into, so I wanna get this one right. You know the criminal? Who's your suspect? It's Belden. It's Belden because, Ernest, because Belden was eating in the basement, right? So for him to knock out, fuck, what was his name? Not Harrio. The victim, he would have to pass through the first floor, right? And obviously Ernest was there at the time. So Ernest covered for him for some reason, and Belden fucking did it. The Raven Boy, is it? You have real proof, yes? First explain the reason you discounted the original suspect. What refuses Cooper's involvement? Solid alibi? He was outside when the sound was heard. Yeah, he was running across the bridge. Norman's testimony corroborates this. We can say for sure it's accurate. It was the sound of the crime being committed, and there's a very small chance Cooper's the criminal. It's a logical interpretation, and the same thing also absolves Harrio of any suspicion. Yeah, it does. Harrio met up with Norman, so we're sure. Next, you need to explain the suspect's crime. What kind of proof do you have? Oh, shit. This isn't even worth talking about. Go investigate again in greater detail. No. But I know he is. I mean, what else am I supposed to look at, though? He lied to me already about his, Yeah, so when the bell rang, he was in the hotel basement, so we didn't notice at all. Unless there's something else I need to know here. Someone clean up the plates. The bell sound I heard was right when the bell went off, taking pause when it happened. Okay. You have to go through the hotel to get there, though, right? Yeah, I do. Can't fly across the sea now, can I? Good point. So did you see anyone in the hotel at the time? Well, Ernest was on the first floor, of course, but the rest was real quiet. There's no one else there. I'd say so. The basement was to the first floor were both pretty quiet when I passed through. Norman's son was there when I came back, though. Who's Norman's son? Belden, okay. It's more than enough. No, it was nothing. Why were you here? After lunch. You said it was after lunch. Were you really in the basement the whole time? Why? There's someone who passed through the basement right after the bell rang, and you weren't there. To be fair, though, that's a pretty bad argument, because he could have been in one of the rooms hiding, right? So he would have plausible deniability there. According to the testimony, no one was here. Imagine if he was like hiding in one of the jars. I was underneath the stairs. That can't be right. I was right here the whole time. So we can't establish an alibi. Just in case you probably ask around about Belden too. Okay. Yo, Belden, you're fucked, man. I'm about to put you in the grave. By Belden, do you mean that kid? He wasn't in the basement, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So when the bell rang, I was underground. I was in the basement the whole time after lunch. Why would he knock out one of his why would he knock out a guy in his own political headquarters? Like, that seems like the worst thing you could possibly do. Like, for no reason. Like, if you're gonna do it, at least kill him. Umbra, please. Young Belden, I'm afraid I didn't see him around when the bell rang. I was preparing the guest rooms at the time, you see. Okay. He didn't see Belden. He did not see Belden. Wait, he said he didn't see Belden? Yo, Ernest is also suspicious as hell. My son's location when the bell rang could pose a problem, he says. If you have any real cause for suspicion, we needn't hesitate on my part. You're welcome to confront Belden and question him, okay? Where was Belden? Couldn't tell you, unfortunately. I was out at the time, okay? I don't know, but is he a suspect? Okay. Where was Belden when the bell rang? How the hell am I supposed to know? Okay, they don't know a thing. All these shitty people don't remember anything. Guys, I'm trying to solve a crime here, okay? Cleaning up. Still don't know who was cleaning up, okay? And the bell toll. I need to find who cleaned the goddamn dishes. Like, hit him over, like, with a plate or something? Is that why? Nobody knows. Okay. After lunch, he was in the basement. Do I try reporting now? Do you know who the criminal is? I can try this again. Okay, so... what refutes Cooper's involvement? Solid alibi, okay. And that also takes out Harry O. What kind of proof do we have? He has no alibi. The proof is his alibi. I have valuable testimony that refutes his alibi. Cooper and Harry have already been cleared as the suspects, so... the person remains as the final possibility. It does look that way by process of elimination. Ultimately, though, that's nothing but circumstantial evidence. Do you have any more decisive proof? What evidence supports the theory that Belden is the criminal? Contradiction, you knew about the special payola. Yes, and we know that Ernest could be a accomplice because he's the one that bought it in secret for Norman, but he didn't admit that. And he also probably turned a blind eye when Belmond passed by the first floor, which Ernest was here at the time on the first floor. to knock the fuck out of the victim. Don't know if it's decisive, but something did bother me, and that's the testimony about the special Pela. What's this about? Yeah, so Belden testified that he ate lunch on the first floor, but somehow he saw the Pela Norman ate. He even knew that Norman barely ate it. In other words, he went to the second floor. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Alright, satisfied in this case, we'll have to call him and hear what he has to say first. We can't go straight to an arrest without the proof we have on hand. Okay, got it. Why'd you call me? I didn't do anything. Now calm down, nothing's been decided here. If you can help out with the investigation, you can go home right after. Help? Yeah, we just want you to be frank with us. Where'd you go after lunch? Like I said, I was in the basement. Just to warn you. As long as you keep lying, you're not getting out of here. You weren't in the basement the whole time. We already know that. If you didn't do anything wrong, then you should be able to be honest and tell the truth. Or is the truth too scary to admit? Fine, I'll talk. Today after lunch, I went to the office. I went to go clean up. Clean up? So the person who returned the plates to the front was... yeah, it was me. Everyone seemed busy, so I figured I'd clean up. While I was cleaning up, I thought I'd tidy the office, but didn't notice that happen. Huh? Hold on, you're not making sense. You just cleaned up after, right? What does that have to do anything to do with the case? Got an idea? Yeah? Actually. Huh? I see. I understand Belden came to this room to clean, but I'm not sure how that correlates. What does that have to do with the assault on Dales? It has a lot to do with it. Well, let's hear him say it himself. Go on, explain. Yeah. So, once I finished cleaning the room, I thought I'd head back. But since I tidied up a lot of stuff, the room was really dusty. Thought I'd open the balcony door and air it out, but my hands were full of plates. I didn't have any choice, so I kicked the door as hard as I could. Oh my god, it's the fucking door that knocked him out. And it just so coincidentally happened that when the door was kicked, the bell went off, so the sound of the door opening and hitting Dell's was muffled by the bell, which makes sense because the only person who heard this sound was Murray, who was directly below him by the landing shore. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's exactly what you think. That door is the criminal that knocked out Dell's. The door flying open slammed right into the back of your head. In other words, the truth of the case is an unlucky accident. What? So then, I'm innocent, right? Seems like it. Oh man, finally free and clear. Still, what a mess. Why didn't you volunteer this information at the beginning? If you just told us the truth, things wouldn't have gone nearly this far. I'm sorry. Come on, he's telling the truth now. Give him a break, okay? He had the courage to talk about it in the end, so everything worked out. As the victim here, I just like to forgive and forget. It's already clear that this was all a misunderstanding. Of course, I'd like him to be a bit more careful opening doors in the future if he could. Dells, I'm really sorry. And you too, Cooper. You almost got turned into a criminal. Yeah, if I was Cooper, I'd be mauling. You don't need to worry about me. I'm in the clear and that's good enough for me. Well, that settles things. Thank goodness. That is our report. Bracers, I'm sorry for today. Seems to be taking up a great deal of your time over just a big mistake. Oh, don't worry about it. This is part of the job too. Well then, pardon us. Thanks guys, so much. Really, I'm very sorry. Take care. That was interesting, but I would have liked to incriminate someone instead. Fun quest. That's done and over with, finally. Wouldn't have dreamed it wouldn't end like that, though. The truth is always stranger than fiction. However, as your valued assistant, I take great pride in our completion of this most puzzling assignment. You didn't do a damn thing. Oh, but I really appreciate your help, Chloe. You gave a ton of good advice. It was a big help during the investigation. Always happy to help. There's no need to thank me, though, Estelle. Right, because you two are our support staff already, aren't you? Indeed, we'll have you do what needs to be done. Alright, let's head out. Next up is the Zeiss region. Sweet. Quest I redeemed myself after the gambling one. Okay, I need to head to Gull Seaside Path real quick and head to the orphanage, so I will see you when I get there.